We are back at it again with the podcast, except we kicked Alan off because he's a lazy bitch.
Seems a bit harsh. I think more...
No, it's true. I messaged him that and he said, "You're right, I am."
To be fair, that does sound like something Alan would say.
Yeah, Alan definitely would say that. And then he messaged me about Sophie Turner and how she dyed her hair blonde, and she's so much hotter now.
Who's Sophie Turner again?
She played Jean Grey in Apocalypse.
Oh. Yeah, I can see that working.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Anthony.
Yes.
You're back.
Yes.
I missed you.
I missed you too. I missed you too in a totally platonic way.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So there's a lot of news, but it doesn't seem like that much news. Like, maybe 30 pieces?
30 pieces of just what? Small news?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's from 2 weeks, because Alan's lazy.
Of course it is.
So the first piece of news is that there were set photos released of the Shocker from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah, I saw those.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't really know that much about the Shocker, though.
He's literally just, like, uses vibrations and sound waves. It's really interesting. I mean, his best stuff was in Ultimate Spider-Man, where Bendis gave him, like, this really tragic backstory where, like, he invented all this stuff, but he was screwed over by people. So, like, he went on this tirade. He actually had a really interesting rant about, or it's like, those up top will never understand what it's like to create, so they're jealous, you know, they always steal our ideas and everything, what it's like to create something out of nothing. And it was really interesting, and I kind of hope, and I'm not going to say I kind of hope that's the direction they go. It seems like that's the only direction they can go, because that's really the only thing that makes Shocker interesting outside of generic bank robber with vibrating powers.
I mean, that did sound very interesting, and I would watch a movie with just Shocker as the villain if that was the storyline.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is, Shocker, even if that's his backstory, he can't really carry anything by himself. He's just not... Like, Spider-Man punches him once, because he's just an ordinary dude with an insulated suit. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, he doesn't actually have powers. He built gauntlets that send sound waves and vibrations. That's what that whole creation spiel was about.
So he's basically Claw?
Yeah, except without the vibranium and just, like, dual gauntlets instead of losing a hand, because Shocker ain't no pussy-ass bitch.
Oh my god. Okay, on to the next piece of news. Anthony, you may have heard this, but Sony is offering James Bond star Daniel Craig $150 million for 2 more Bond movies.
No.
That's a little ridiculous, especially with what he said after the last Bond movie.
I don't even remember. Didn't he say something like Bond is dead or something like that? Like something really stupid for him to say, even though you kind of agree with him?
No, he said he would rather cut his wrists with broken pieces of glass or something like that than do another Bond movie again.
Jesus Christ, Daniel Craig, calm the hell down.
But think about, like, how withered he looked in this last Bond movie.
I mean, Bond is a very demanding role for starters.
But he's also been doing it for, 10 years now?
Yeah, no,
and they've had 4 movies.
Jesus,
so.
That's right. Craig was in... Wait, Casino Royale, Quantum... Oh, yeah. Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Spectre, and Skyfall. That's right, 4 movies. Jeez. I'm ready to move on. Honestly, the thing that was cool about Bond is the fact that they change actors so that you get fresh new experiences instead of seeing, like, Sean Connery doing jumps and everything. I'm like, ugh. But, I don't know.
Yeah, but Sean Connery's still my favorite Bond of all time.
Well, I mean, I think he's a different kind of Bond. You can't really compare him to Craig. Like, I mean, Sean Connery very much embodied the smooth, suave, sexy sort of Bond. Whereas Craig was, like, the gritty, hardcore kind of Bond that was just, like...
The Jason Bourne Bond.
The Jason Bond, yeah.
Jason Bond.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sean Connery as a person just kind of pisses me off. Because, like, he's like, yes, it's totally okay to hit women and everything. And I'm like, Sean Connery is a person to be avoided. I like his work, but I don't know. I think other actors, I forget their names off the top of my head, did it pretty well.
There was Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan gets so much shit. I don't know.
That's because he was in... I think it was... Is it Diamonds Are Forever? Or is that...
I don't
It was one where like the villain's main main henchman had like diamonds all in his face, and that came out the same year that Jason Bourne came out.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, Pierce Brosnan, you lost all your credit as an actor for a good while too, but he came back.
Yeah, I still don't know if he should have come back. I don't know. I think other action heroes did the smooth, sexy spy better, but I think Bond definitely started out. If you want a really good, smooth, sexy, suave Bond, the new comic written by Warren Ellis actually kicks ass. But my next choice for Bond, Elba.
The only reason I wouldn't pick Elba is because he's too old.
I mean, dude.
Literally the only reason is because he's too old. I'm pretty sure he's older than Daniel Craig.
I mean, like, one movie with Elba. I mean, like, and the other thing is, okay, maybe he's too old, but at the same time, think of the awesome precedent that would set. I mean, like, dude, like, because everyone's like, oh, Bond's got to be, like, this white British guy. First off, screw you. Like, Bond does not look the same from movie to movie. You're telling me you can't, like, that? Like, first off, Idris Elba, I think, just has this awesome, like, smooth charisma, but, like, if he punched you in the face, you would probably die. And, like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's really important for a Bond villain. Not Bond villain. I mean, it's important for a Bond villain, but it's also important for Bond himself, because he's supposed to be the ultimate spy.
Yo, Elba is the next Bond villain. That's where we're going.
Oh my god, I could like that would, I don't know. I don't want to say that would be even better because I will be able to like get more and more of his own movies because he's one of my favorite actors. But like if he can't be Bond himself, give me Elba behind the scenes, smoking a cigar, feet propped up on the table. Mr. Bond. You know, I was almost in MI6 once. Didn't like it. Like, come on, give me something, man. Elba for Bond 2018?
Yeah, that's probably when the next one would come out. I think. Because you think they have to do, like, a year of shooting and then a year of post-production.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope they choose somebody... Craig was good, but he definitely was the only one who could do that sort of movie. So I hope they take Bond in a new direction with his next one.
Well, you heard the rumors about Tom Hiddleston being Bond, right?
Tom Hiddleston. Loki?
Now, the only reason I would like it is, have you seen anything from The Night Manager?
No, what's that? Let me Google that.
That's the series that he's in. It's amazing. I'm pretty sure he won some sort of award for it.
Oh yeah, I saw trailers for that. I don't know. The one that I want is who played Max in the newest Mad Max and Fury Road?
Tom Hardy.
I want him. I would love to see.
He would be good.
I would love to see Tom Hardy in a Bond movie. I think
the only thing
awesome.
I'm confused about is like because from Pierce Brosnan to Daniel Craig, they kept Judi Dench as M.
Mm-hmm.
So is Bond just a title that's passed on, or is Bond the person?
I mean, that's kind of the viewer's decision. Because the Craig movies almost served as prequels to the regular series. I mean, some people theorize that it's just a title. Other people say that it is Bond is Bond. But I don't know. I think it really is up to the viewer's interpretation. Some writers act as if Bond is a title, which is why his personality shifts so much from movie to movie sometimes. Others act like Bond is the man. I mean, which is the way it was with the Craig movies, where it was Bond is the man. So, personally, I'm kind of in favor of Bond as the man, just because I like that. And it's one of those things that I hope they never really address. It's just whatever the viewer likes best, quite frankly.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Seriously,
right.
Read the new James Bond comic series, though. It's actually badass. It's really violent.
I'll just borrow it from you.
I don't own it. I borrowed it from my friend.
I'll borrow it from your friend then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anthony, the next piece of news is that Joe Carnahan has been hired to screenwrite the Uncharted movie, which just got removed from the studio's release date, from the release calendar. It was set to come out June 30th of next year.
Yeah, that was never gonna happen.
No. I don't even think they have an actor to play Drake yet.
They don't. Look, if you want to see a good Uncharted movie, Bollywood did a film that's basically Uncharted set in India. I can look it up right now if you really want. But,
I mean, if you want to see a good Uncharted movie,
watch
Indiana Jones.
That's fair. Hold on. Give me one sec. Because I know Bollywood did a movie that, here we go. Bollywood did a movie that was basically just Uncharted. Like, it had everything Uncharted. Like, it had the costumes, it had the set pieces, everything. It was called... Where is it? Damn it. Oh... This is pissing me off, and now I'm just talking to fill the dead air.
I can tell.
I have it right in front of me. Here we go. All right.
What's it called?
It's called Ek the Tiger. EK space THA Tiger.
Okay, keep that open and just send it to me later.
It's a movie about an Indian guy who dresses, shoots, jumps, and fights just like Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series, in places that coincidentally look just like various settings of those games, as in everywhere but India. Even the
Oh my god.
Even the franchise's characteristic ledge jumping is represented in the movie's trailer. And like,
jeez, dude.
In other words, you and I need to watch this damn movie.
Oh yes, absolutely.
All right.
Over winter break.
Oh hell yeah! Especially because that's probably going to be the last time we get to chill in a while. But
yeah.
All right, here I'll send you the article.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to watch a good Uncharted movie, either watch Indiana Jones, or just watch the Bollywood movie.
Okay, Anthony. The next piece of news. Have you seen Stranger Things yet?
No. Everybody says I should. I just don't. You know me, Adam. I don't really watch TV.
I know, but you watch Netflix.
Yeah, so. I don't really watch anything. I'm just.
Well.
Anyway, what am I going to know about Stranger Things?
It finally got renewed for season 2.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, this is like 2 weeks old news, but like it took, I think it was a month or two after a huge amount of buzz about it was going on, and the show's creators were like, in an interview, they were like, yeah, we don't know if we're getting a season 2 or not yet. Like, we still have no idea. So, we're just gonna go with whatever happens, happens.
Well, here's hoping it works out for them. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in London, like, everybody watched the series, and I was just like, casual shrug. Okay.
I've heard it's amazing,
So have
and I
I.
wanted to watch it with my roommates, and they both said, or one of them said, you know, I think we've missed the hype for Stranger Things, so we'll just watch it when season 2 comes out. And I'm like, no, but you don't understand. It's still a good series. We just haven't watched it.
If you say, I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it. You know me.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm
never watching TV.
Pretty much.
Anthony, you know how they're coming out with the new Star Trek series, right?
Yeah, I do. Why?
Well, after the first episode, which is going to premiere on CBS Live, every single episode is going to be on CBS's streaming platform called CBS All Access, which is going to cost you $10 a month.
Why?
Because apparently CBS thinks you'll pay for Star Trek. Which, in the world of the internet, nobody will pay for Star Trek. At least a TV show.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say that. People will pay for Star Trek. I don't know, man. It's an interesting idea for them to take this to the Star Trek series, quite frankly. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. I don't really know, because it could either work out super well for them, or it could work out horribly for them.
I think it's just going to be really bad. Honestly. just like the whole $9.99 a month thing to watch all of CBS's programs. It's like, why? Why would I pay more money to watch your programs when I can watch them for free on cable I already don't pay for thanks to my apartment complex?
Well, here's hoping it works out for them.
Yeah. Not really. I hope it does not work out for them.
Jeez. Talk about
No, I hate streaming services. Like, besides Netflix and Amazon Prime.
What about HBO Go?
HBO Go is alright. I feel like it could be done a lot better than it is. I started watching Band of Brothers on it, and just the way that they have their whole watch list set up and stuff, you can only add episodes. You can't add whole seasons of something.
That's interesting.
So, like, for Band of Brothers, I had to go through and add each individual episode to my watch list. And I did, like, with a lot of shows, I just did episode 1. And overall, I had 102 items on my watch list before I started watching Band of Brothers. And I have not gone back to HBO Go to continue Band of Brothers yet. It's because I don't like the way their streaming service is set up.
That's fair enough.
But Anthony, Ghost Rider's going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I am
so that's something to look forward to.
well aware of that.
Dude, it looks amazing. And they're taking Robbie Reyes, too. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Robbie Reyes, quite frankly. So I can't really say. I think... I hear he's way cooler than Johnny Blaze, which, to be fair, wasn't that hard, because Johnny Blaze was always just like, I'm Ghost Rider! And, like, I mean, that's interesting, but only for so long. I just hear Robbie Reyes is actually just, like, the cool bro. So, like, alright, I'll be interested in seeing which way they take this.
Well, I'm pretty sure Robbie Reyes is Ghost Rider to help his brother.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Because his brother's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it's something where it's like sympathetic to the character. Besides, anybody who gets along with Kamala Khan is okay in my book.
Yeah, and he drives a Dodge Charger, so means he's okay in my book. Anthony, did you hear what Tyler Hoechlin said about playing Superman for the TV show Supergirl?
I did not, but I bet you're going to tell me.
I am going to tell you.
I'm leaving.
How did you know?
Unfortunately, I know you.
So, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, he said that he didn't have an audition. He just had a meeting with the two big producers of the CWDC TV shows, and they brought up the idea of Superman, and he goes, yeah, absolutely. I'm obviously a fan. Like, they just asked if he'd be interested, and then they called him a week later, and they're like, oh yeah, here, you have the part of Superman. He's like, oh, okay.
Can you imagine that?
Alright. Just randomly getting a call from Greg Berlanti, one of the biggest TV producers in the world, and him saying, oh yeah, you're gonna be Superman. On TV, though.
I mean, like, dude, being able to put on an official Superman costume, like, that, I don't care if it's on TV or in, like, a low-budget action movie. That's just, like, that's the stuff of dreams.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. I watched a little promo for it today, and the way they have him set up is a little weird. It looks like it's gonna be in the first episode, because sometimes they do promos for an entire season.
Right.
But this just looked like scenes from the first episode. And he kind of runs and then jumps and takes off. And I'm watching it and just thinking to myself, that's not how Superman would take off into flight. He wouldn't run for a little bit and then take off. He would just shoot off into the sky.
Kind of depends on what Superman they're going for.
But he was in a back alley. Like, I don't think it matters what Superman you're going for.
Well, I mean,
he's still not gonna run a little bit.
He's got to run to change.
No, he was in the Superman costume already. He just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna jog for a few steps," and then he jumped off into the air.
Alrighty then, if you say so. That sounds rather interesting.
But Kara was kind of freaking out. She was all, "Oh my god, I've dreamed of this day where we're gonna team up." Calm down. You've known your cousin for all of 10 years.
Alrighty then, fair enough.
Okay, Anthony. So, ABC is working on a new Warriors TV show. Starring Squirrel Girl.
I heard, and I am very excited.
Me too. I hope this happens. I don't really like the character of Squirrel Girl.
I mean, she's
just the way, just the way she's written in certain comics. But I liked her on Ultimate Spider-Man.
She was on Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in season 2, she tried to stop the Juggernaut and he caused a bunch of damage, and Spider-Man came in and stopped him. Just goes, "Look, you need to be more careful about what goes on around you while you're fighting the bad guys. Superhero rule number 1. Superhero rule number 2. Always tie up the bad guys."
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
But she's a really awkward character, just from what I've seen of her. So I don't know how that'll be.
I mean, in her new comics, which are actually non-canon, she's really funny, so...
Doesn't she beat Galactus and Dr. Doom?
She beats everyone. In her first canonical appearance, it's an Iron Man comic, and she uses the power of squirrels to beat Dr. Doom. She's beaten...
That is ridiculous.
She's beaten... I mean, it's Squirrel Girl, dude. But she's beaten every heavy hitter in the Marvel Universe. But, actually, she's...
Even Thanos?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Even Thanos. So every villain... Dude, if she could beat Galactus, don't you think she could beat Thanos, too?
Because I feel like Galactus is kind of easier to beat than Thanos. Because Thanos is all, "I'm gonna kill everybody in the universe." And Galactus is all, "I want to eat your planet." Well, except for now, he's all about bringing planets back to life.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he got changed in all new, all different Marvel.
Really?
Yep.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Me neither. I like the way his new costume looks, though. It's kind of orangey yellow.
That's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, much better than purple.
I don't know, purple's just kind of classic. I've always appreciated the purple because it's like, really, Galactus, you're a god and this is your color choice? And it's like, you can tell that everybody always wants to say that, but like nobody ever does because this is Galactus. And he could fart and eliminate half the universe.
Oh, that's so true. But he wouldn't want to do that because then he would look like the poop cloud from Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
We don't talk about that movie.
I just talked about it. Okay, Anthony. On to our next piece of news. Greg Berlanti is producing a Black Lightning TV series.
Who is Greg Berlanti?
He's the super DC TV producer for the CW.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Black Lightning is that he's a black guy and he has lightning powers.
He actually has one of my favorite comic book lines ever.
What is it?
It's in Final Crisis, and he's talking to the tattooed man. The dude's like, "Who are you? What can you do?" And he's just like, "I'm Black Lightning, and I can make electricity dance like Beyonce." I'm like, "Oh!
Oh my god, that's amazing!"
Oh yeah, like it was just such a good one-liner. It was really good. So like, Black Lightning is a really interesting dude because he's basically grown up Static Shock.
Okay. All right, I can dig it.
And he's really smart, and he's got awesome powers. Like, Black Lightning is honestly just a really cool dude. So I'm excited, because if this goes really well, then that'll just be a whole new level of appreciation for the character. Because, I mean, like, Black Lightning actually joined the Justice League at one point. Everyone's like, "Yo, sup, Black Lightning?" He's just like, "Hey." Like, about time I got on one of these teams. He's pretty cool. I like Black Lightning, so... And I mean, you know what? You got to respect somebody who calls themselves Black Lightning.
Yeah, that's true.
He was also one of DC's first black superheroes.
Wasn't that
if I'm not mistaken.
Wasn't that retconned though into canon?
What do you mean retconned into canon?
Like, because technically Superman was the first DC superhero, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then wasn't it retconned in that Black Lightning was actually a superhero before Superman?
I don't know that. No, because even the Flash, the original Golden Age Flash, was around before Superman canonically. Like
maybe I'm thinking of the guy from Marvel, Blue Lightning. Is that his name?
I don't know what you're talking about. Black Lightning was their first black superhero, not superhero. Period.
No. Yeah, I know that. But I know there's one character in either Marvel or DC that was retconned so that they're, like, canonically the first superhero. And they're black. I don't know which one it is, though.
There was a Captain America that I think was black before Cap. I don't know. I off the top of my head, I don't know. Because in Marvel, the first superhero was, I think, Thor, because he's a god.
Yeah.
And, like, a couple thousand years old. Like, the first superhero hero was Cap, I'm pretty sure. No! Was it Namor? I don't know, honestly. It's a little confusing when you get to who the first hero was. People consider it starts with Cap, pretty much.
Well, didn't Namor work with Cap?
Yeah, he was part of the Defenders. Namor is a mutant and who worked with
Yeah, I know he's a mutant. I mean, like, before the Avengers came around. Like, before Marvel was Marvel.
Yeah, Namor
Wasn't Namor around?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, let's move on to our next piece of news, Anthony.
Okay.
James Gunn went to Facebook and basically ranted at all of his fans, telling them to stop asking for a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer because it's not coming for like many months or many weeks, something along those lines. But he gets dozens of questions about it a day, and he's just tired of it.
I can understand
because he does not control when the trailer gets released.
I understand that.
And he kind of had like a back and forth with himself about the trailer and a bunch of questions about the movie. It was a really funny post.
If you say so.
I'll tag you in it so you can read it.
I look forward to it.
Excellent. Anthony, have you seen Shanghai Noon? Or Shanghai Nights? Whichever one's the first one?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let you educate me on all this stuff. I feel this is Adam's education hour. This is Adam's feel superior hour.
I've seen part of it, part of one of them, and it's a Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson movie in the Old West.
What?
And I swear to God, look up Shanghai Nights. It is ridiculous. I don't know why this movie was made or why a sequel was made, but they're making another one called Shanghai Dawn.
Good. I know what movie I'm watching next.
Napoleon Dynamite's director is directing this movie.
That can either be incredible or the worst thing to happen to the film.
I think it's going to be the worst thing to happen to the film. Mainly just because I don't think Napoleon Dynamite was directed very well.
I mean, it was shot...
It's a fine movie, I just don't think it was directed well.
I don't know, I mean, the whole thing was shot in 2 weeks. It wasn't supposed to be directed well, I feel.
Ugh. I wonder if that's the guy's only credit.
I don't know, why don't you look it up?
His name is Jared Hess.
Oh, by the way, guess who came to campus today?
Who came to campus?
Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, I saw that on my friend's Snapchat story.
That was. Wait, what friend do you have that goes to Temple besides me?
Well, I have multiple friends that go to Temple from our graduating class.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
But then I have friends from work, and one of them's a freshman. She goes to Temple, and she's like, "Oh, skipped class to go to Hillary's speech or whatever. It was worth it." and I was looking at her Snapchat story. I was thinking, nah, probably was not worth it, because it was just basically the same thing you hear at every one of our other speeches.
I don't know. I mean, it also just totally clogged up campus for a while, so that was a little less than pleasant.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was funny though. It's not as bad as when Bernie came. That was the worst. In like not in a negative way, but like that was just like you just saw like mass herds of people, and you're just like, oh, Bernie must have gotten here.
Wow, my speech teacher said today. Yeah, so Hillary Clinton's speech today is all about trying to get millennials to like her.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
That's what her entire speech was based on today.
Okay.
Because a lot of millennials are still going to vote for Bernie Sanders over her, even though he's not in the race.
Yeah, it's a horrible idea.
But they're going to do it.
I really, really hope not. Alright, let's not talk politics.
Yep, on to the next piece of news. Anthony, Shia LaBeouf was almost cast in Suicide Squad.
I would have paid double to see that. Oh my god, what role would he have gotten?
You know the guy that is... Do you know who Scott Eastwood is? Do you know what he looks like in the movie?
What character does he play?
He doesn't have a name, he's just one of the random soldiers.
Oh.
But he's kind of like a main random soldier. He's the guy with the backwards cap.
Oh, him!
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who Shia LaBeouf was going to play after David Ayer directed him in Fury.
Mm-hmm.
And in an interview, Shia LaBeouf said that Warner Brothers said, no, we're not taking Shia LaBeouf.
Aww.
Because he's too crazy.
Dude, I would have loved to have seen Shia LaBeouf. I feel like that would have, added to the whole tone of the movie.
Oh, it would have added so much to the tone of the movie. Could you imagine if he had his rat tail while doing the movie?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It would have made it so much better.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the movie would have gotten, more money just for people who just wanted to see Shia LaBeouf, the actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, that definitely would have gotten him more money. But he's a really good actor. As crazy as he is.
He's a good actor when he wants to be.
Well, he does a lot of indie projects.
That's right, because Hollywood hates him now because he plagiarized and then acted like an asshole about it.
Yeah. And then he did that weird I got a bag on my head thing.
Yeah, not famous anymore. Dude, what was that? What was that?
But he killed it in Fury. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
He was amazing.
I don't know.
Out of all the people that were in that movie, he was the best.
I doubt that.
I swear to God.
Swear to me.
Brad Pitt, Michael Pena, John Bernthal, and Logan Lerman were the other four main characters. He was the best out of all five of them.
Yeah, that sounds a little hard to believe.
Dude, I'm not joking. Being completely serious.
Alright, I'll take your word for that.
Okay, Anthony, on to the next piece of news. So, at Canada's Fan Expo, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy said that the next animated film they want to do is either Hush or Death in the Family.
See, I want to say do Hush, but I'm really horrified that they'll do with that what they did to Killing Joke.
I don't think they will.
Mostly
just
because
it's so much longer than Killing Joke.
Yeah, Hush is longer than 46 pages.
Yeah.
I would love to see Hush in an animated feature. It's one of my favorite Batman stories. I've read it so many times. I'm going to need a new copy soon. I mean,
They have color in your own Hush comics.
I know.
At the bookstore.
I don't know if that's a good idea because Jim Lee's artwork is not that good without color. I mean, it's always good, but it's one of those things where it's you just read it and you're like, oh, this really needs color in order to really be good. You know what I mean? And Hush's colors were so perfectly chosen that it feels weird for me coloring it. So I don't know. I stuck with Mad Love when I picked up a coloring book. But I would love to see.
I think it's just mainly a de-stressor.
Oh no, that's exactly what I use it for. But if I'm going to de-stress, I'm going to de-stress in the most stressful way possible, Adam. My colors are all nice. Oh my god. But I would love to see Hush as an animated feature. Quite frankly, I would absolutely adore it.
I have not read it, but I've heard it's one of the best Batman stories, except for the fact that like, Hush is the only person who can be the main villain.
I mean, honestly, I don't think that takes away from it at all. I just think it adds a new sense of... It kind of heightens the whole experience knowing the twist, because, like... I mean, Thomas Elliot is just like, oh, who is this guy? And then Elliot dies. You're like, wait, what? You're like, how does this happen? Like, it's actually really good. I love Hush.
It sounds really interesting.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I'm surprised you hadn't read it before. I totally thought you borrowed that from me at some point.
No, I have not.
Damn. Alright, well.
I'm currently working my way through stuff that I have.
Oh, yeah, because you have, like, a huge backlog.
Oh, no, I don't have a huge backlog anymore. I had a huge backlog. Got rid of it all. It's all at my dad's house now.
Oh, that's good.
But now I have a slightly decent-sized backlog. Like, maybe 10 or 15
10 or
issues.
Alright, that's not bad.
And then I have, hang on, let me see who this guy is that wrote this. It is, Michael Straczynski.
Oh, yeah, Straczynski. I like him.
Yeah, I have the start of his Amazing Spider-Man run.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You picked up Ultimate Straczynski Collection. The only one of those that I need anymore is 2. I have 1, 3, 4, and 5.
They were selling 2 when we were there one time, and you go, nah, I don't want to spend the money on it.
It's $35! That's expensive.
$34.99. Excuse you.
Oh, yeah, because with tax.
Yeah, because of tax.
Adam. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, Anthony, moving on to our next piece of news. Jeff Johns confirmed that Joe Manganiello, I think that's how you say his name, is going to play Deathstroke in the Batman solo movie.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm pretty excited. I mean, yeah, alright. Let's roll with this.
Well, you know who else he played.
Yeah. Flash Thompson.
Yeah. So they've gotten 3 actors from the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy now.
Yeah, that's what everybody's joking about.
I think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know who, what's his name? William Dafoe is playing.
I don't think...
Apparently it's a good guy, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
I don't know. I'm just excited to see Willem Dafoe in the new Death Note movie.
Oh, I didn't...
He's playing Ryuk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is going to be in that movie.
Willem Dafoe is going to be Ryuk in the new Death Note movie. I cannot stress enough how happy I am about that. Because that mofo already looks like a demon, and already has the voice of one, and he just had a blast playing the Green Goblin in Spider-Man. So, I'm excited.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, you know how James Cameron is coming out with an Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Oh, yeah, with the theme park, if he ever gets the script off the frickin' ground.
Well, the script's off the ground. Avatar 2 has a release date of Christmas 2018.
I don't even give a shit about Avatar anymore. The series, I love.
However, he said it's going to be a family saga.
What?
About Jake and whatever the girl's name is, and their family that they start, I guess.
Why? What compels people to make decisions like this? What don't most people have voices in their head that say, no, that's a bad idea, let's not do that? Though I guess he has made some of the highest grossing films ever. I guess he literally shits money at this point, so I don't think he cares anymore.
Yeah, he has the 2 highest grossing movies of all time in Avatar and Titanic.
And then he also made Terminator 2.
And Terminator 1.
Yeah. And Aliens.
Yep.
Damn, James Cameron's a really good director.
And then came out and said Terminator Genesis was good. Although a lot of people are speculating that he watched the first 15 minutes and then said that, because apparently the first 15 minutes are really good. And then shit hits the fan.
I mean, I didn't even see Terminator Genesis because I could tell that it was going to be stupid.
Yeah. I
Henry.
just have not even invested time into any of those movies.
I watched the first two Terminators are amazing. Are you kidding me?
No, I know. It's just, like, at this point, I pretty much know everything that happens in both of them.
Yeah, but there's a difference between knowing what happens and seeing the action unfold, dude. Fucking watch them.
Yeah. I just feel like, why would I then want to watch it if I know everything that's going to happen?
Because, like I said,
you know
there's
what
a huge difference between knowing what happens and experiencing it. I don't know, man. Look, dude, Terminator 2 is one of the greatest action movies ever.
Yes, that's true. I think the only one that would top it would be the Raid 2.
I still haven't...
Simply because it's just action the entire time.
I've literally never seen any of the Raid movies, but I want to.
Oh, they're amazing.
That's what I hear.
Okay, Anthony. On to our next piece of news. So, did you see the trailer for the new Will Smith movie that's coming out this fall?
There's a new Will Smith movie coming out?
Yeah, it's called Collateral Beauty.
What?
So, Will Smith is a man who's struggling with the death of his daughter. And
What is it with Will Smith characters and daughters?
I mean, haven't there only been two? Deadshot and this one?
What is it with Will Smith characters and kids?
I don't know. But, so, he doesn't write letters to people, he writes letters to things. So he writes letters to Death, Love, and Time, who then
How esoteric.
in turn respond.
How esoteric.
But it's coming out on December 16th, and it actually looks really good, and I think it will probably win Will Smith an Oscar.
Has he already won before?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Ugh,
Has Will Smith won an Oscar? Oh. I didn't even have to type the W for one. No, he was a Best Actor nominee for Ali and Pursuit of Happiness.
I can see Ali. Pursuit of Happiness was underwhelming.
I heard it was the best film of his career.
I thought it was rather underwhelming.
Anyway, Anthony, on to the next piece of news. So, Ben Affleck has a new movie that's coming out called Live by Night. Did you see the trailer for this?
No.
That's fine. It literally does not have that much buzz going around except for really big movie fans.
I mean, I would imagine because the focus on Ben Affleck is all about Batman right now.
Yeah. So, it comes out in theaters in January, and it focuses on the Prohibition era of Boston.
Okay.
And Ben Affleck's character is named Joe Coughlin. He basically works his way up from bootlegger to a notorious Florida gangster.
Okay, is it a true story?
I believe so.
Sounds really interesting, actually. Ben Affleck is one of those actors who needs, like, a really good director.
A.K.A. himself.
Yeah, himself or Snyder.
Uh,
I mean, Snyder managed to pull a damn good performance out of him.
Yeah, but Ben Affleck also had a really good performance in Gone Girl.
That's true. I don't know.
But it's based on a Dennis Lehane novel.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll be down for that.
I've never heard of this writer.
I feel like he's one of those writers where you don't hear about him, and then you hear about him, and then you're like, oh, wait, I know his other work or anything.
Yeah, I know all of his stuff.
Really?
Like, no, like, that's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. You're like, wow, I've heard all of his stuff in various other... Okay, weird.
Yeah. So, Anthony, Jeff Johns was talking to the Wall Street Journal, and he said that they're shifting the focus of the DCEU because in the past, Warner Brothers has constantly said, but claimed they've not said, dark and gritty is what makes DC films DC films.
Ugh, no.
And it's just like, no, that's not. That's Nolan.
That's so try-hard.
That's it.
That's so try-hard.
Like, literally the only ones that worked were Nolan's films as dark and gritty. Everything else just really has not worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff Johns said they're making adjustments mainly based off the reaction to Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Batman v Superman was actually better it was not a complete film, having seen the Ultimate Edition, quite frankly.
You've seen the Ultimate Edition?
Yeah, I own it, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. How much better is the Ultimate Edition?
Okay, so here's the thing. You know how Zack Snyder said he cut the film down from 3 hours to 2.5? You know what he cut out?
Like a lot of plot details.
All of the character development.
Jeez, dude.
Like, okay, so one of the big things that we see in the Ultimate Edition is Clark Kent actually being a reporter and hunting down stuff on the Batman. And that's super fascinating because first off, it establishes that that it's gotten to the point where even the good people of Gotham are like, Batman's going too far, and I'm terrified of him. And also, it establishes Clark Kent as the antithesis, in the sense so much as he sees this is what I might one day become, and B, this is also the kind of good that I would never want. It's really interesting, and it motivates them differently, and it also casts Batman in a different light. Like that whole branding thing. It was like, oh, he kills them when he brands them. And it's like, how the fuck does that make sense? It turns out that if you have the Batman brand in prison, people just hunt you down and murder you.
Well, they explained that in the regular film.
Yeah, but in the Ultimate Edition, you see that.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's with having seen the Ultimate Edition, what we got in theaters was not a movie. What we got in theaters was just not a complete film. Quite frankly.
Well, I mean, that was pretty obvious, but nobody really knew what was cut out until he released the Ultimate Edition.
You need to watch the Ultimate Edition.
Wasn't there a lot of Africa stuff in there too, from like the beginning part?
Yeah, there was a lot more.
Where he goes and saves Lois Lane.
There was a lot more Africa. Like there was just a lot more of everything. Quite frankly, it was way better. It bumps the movie from like a C- to like a solid like B+, A- in my opinion.
Wow.
Like, because it puts the focus way more on the characters rather than the set pieces, and that was supposed. And that's the interesting thing about Batman vs Superman is the two ideologies clashing, and we actually get their ideologies defined, what's at stake, and why we should care. Like, it totally changes the focus. The Ultimate Edition is so good. It's the movie we deserve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anthony, oh crap, I was just going to say something about that, but I can't remember what I was going to say. So we're just going to move on.
Okay.
Did you hear what Chris Pratt said about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when talking to the Toronto Sun?
I did not.
He had a gigantic claim about the movie. His quote is, "It's a fabulous script. I think it's going to be, I'm not using a hyperbole here, I think it's going to be the biggest spectacle movie of all time."
Very interesting. I'm very excited.
I'm really excited, especially because Kurt Russell's his dad.
Yeah. Wait.
As Ego the Living Planet.
Spoilers?
Hey, it was revealed at Comic-Con to the world.
Which I really hate. Like, come on, guys. Keep some of your movie stuff secret.
Well, James Gunn said it's not that big of a spoiler.
I don't know.
When he revealed it, he was like, there's bigger spoilers that I'm never going to reveal. And apparently somebody still has not found the Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah.
Like the biggest Easter egg.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, Anthony. On to the next piece of news. So, Vince Gilligan and Michelle MacLaren, who worked on Breaking Bad together, are coming back together again to work on an HBO miniseries based on the infamous cult leader Jim Jones.
Ooh.
And the mass suicide in Jonestown, Guyana.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Oof.
Yeah, I didn't know when somebody said, "Oh, you've been drinking the Kool-Aid," that was reference to this.
Yup.
Like my entire life.
Yeah, well, now you know. It should be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy. but it's definitely going to be nominated for something, seeing as these are the people who made Breaking Bad.
I don't know. Even good creators can do terrible work.
Have you ever seen Bradley Cooper do something terrible?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He did Aloha. I forgot about it.
He's done stuff that was worse than Aloha. We also,
Like what?
Oh, shit, there was this one movie he did before Silver Linings Playbook with Jennifer Lawrence that was just awful. And then we also, okay, another good one, Stephen King.
Yes. I like him sometimes.
Yeah. Like, what I'm saying is even great okay, James Gunn directed Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Hey. That is a decent film.
Shut up.
I enjoy watching that film when it comes on TV. But only when it comes on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't he direct the first Scooby-Doo as well?
Don't know. I know he directed the second one. Not sure about the first.
But then he went on to direct Super and something else, and then Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But I think this will be really good because everybody's kind of into that crime drama stuff now.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they take it.
Yeah, but... oh, well. Okay, Anthony, on to the next piece of news. So... okay, I'm not going to read this because it's a spoiler and I didn't realize that. But apparently I listened to it and forgot about it. So that's a good thing. But the first word was, in the second episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4. And I was like, nope, I'm not reading this. Alright, the next piece of news is Adam Driver at the Toronto International Film Festival was doing an interview, and obviously people are going to ask him about Episode 8 because he's Kylo Ren.
What?
And he said, oh, spoilers. No, but he said that Episode 8's script is great. It's similar to how The Empire Strikes Back has a different tone, for that people always go, ooh, it's dark. But I don't know that it necessarily is. It's just different in tone in a way that I think is great and necessary, but also very clear.
Alright, well that's exciting.
Yeah, I think it'll kind of be like a mix between Temple of Doom tone and Return of the Jedi tone.
Alright. Well, here's hoping it works.
I mean, I think it will, because Rian Johnson's made some amazing films in his time.
That's true.
Okay, Anthony, on to the next piece of news. Director J.A. Bayona at the Toronto International Film Festival was asked about Jurassic World 2, and he was not able to reveal much, but he did say that it's the second part of a planned trilogy.
Ooh.
And they're going to start shooting in the beginning of 2017, and it's scheduled to be released June 22nd, 2018. Did you see Jurassic World?
Yes.
How was it?
It was okay. I don't know. It was really good when I saw it, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, there was a lot more in there that I didn't like than I thought.
I didn't see it, and everything I've heard about it has been, yeah, it was good, until I watched it a second time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm like, well, why would I want to watch it then? Plus, I've played the Lego version of the movie.
Yeah.
So that's basically enough for me.
It's good until you watch it a second time. It's a pretty accurate thing of that.
Yeah. All right, Anthony. Now we're moving on to some news about your favorite series of books.
I'm scared.
The 50 Shades series.
I'll stab you in the neck with a steak knife.
So, the 50 Shades Darker trailer was released.
Seriously? I didn't realize that. I thought they canned the sequel.
No. Canned the director.
Good. Just can the whole series. The world will be better off.
The same people are coming back to star, although the guy looks completely different somehow compared to the first one. I watched this trailer.
I'm so sorry.
It's not
for
good.
It. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, like, it's a good trailer, but it's not good. it basically says, this Valentine's Day, forget the past. So it's like saying, oh, forget the past where this guy beat you.
And abused you.
Like, no, don't forget about that.
Like, that's... 50 Shades is a horrible series. 50 Shades is just... Ugh. 50 Shades has a lot of problems. I don't really want to talk about 50 Shades, honestly.
Yeah, but it destroyed the record for most trailer views in a day.
Jesus.
Like, the last one was The Force Awakens, the first teaser trailer, and this one blew that out of the water.
Really?
Okay, Anthony. Yes. Like, I don't know how. But I guess it's because people liked the first one.
No, they didn't.
Even though nobody liked the first one.
Anyway,
Anthony. So, 20th Century Fox purchased the life rights to Stan Lee's story.
Yeah, and they're gonna do a 70s style movie.
Action-adventure style movie.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm hoping to see a lot of visual metaphors.
Yeah, they said it's going to be in the vein of Kingsman and the Roger Moore-led James Bond films.
So that's gonna be awesome or horrible.
Yeah, I'd like to see it where, like, Stan Lee writes comics during the day, and then as soon as everybody leaves for the night, he just turns around, the wall behind him opens up, and there's a television screen with the president on it. And the president sends him on a mission at night.
Should be interesting.
I feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, on to our next piece of news. Oh, this is something you'll like, because I know you like Tupac.
Okay.
The trailer for the Tupac movie, All Eyes on Me, was released.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
It looks amazing. Mainly because it's produced by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and everybody who produced Straight Outta Compton.
I mean, Straight Outta Compton was a pretty heavily biased film.
But that doesn't mean it's not a great film.
I don't know about great. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I think we mainly loved it because of the music.
Yeah.
I mean, we were sitting in a theater singing along to every single song. Like...
That's fair.
Oh, man. Okay, Anthony. So, the guy in the trailer looks dead on like Tupac and sounds exactly like
I'm
him.
glad to hear that.
I don't know where they found this dude, but apparently they have. So, on to our next piece of news then. Anthony, the Blu-ray and digital release of X-Men Apocalypse happened, and
I still haven't seen that.
you have not seen X-Men Apocalypse?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant, like, you haven't seen that it was released on Blu-ray.
I didn't. I mean, both.
But there was a deleted mall scene
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
that was taken out of the film, and it shows the fun side of the X-Men, where they basically mess around in the mall, and apparently they pick up a Dazzler album, so that's a little call out there.
Nice. Cool. Okay.
Obviously, you and I have discussed the Dark Knight
Yeah.
tactical suit with his sunglasses.
Hello, Nightowl. Hello, Zack Snyder trying to save money on his production by using his Night Owl costumes from Watchmen.
Yeah, really. It just... Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony. The next piece of news is... One of my favorite movies in the MCU is Iron Man 3. Mainly just because it's a fun movie. Like, I don't think it's good. It's just a blast. Like, you just see Robert Downey Jr. having fun the whole time.
If you say so.
But Rebecca Hall, who played...
Oh, yeah, her part was cut down significantly because of toy sales. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yup. Yeah.
That's...
Because Marvel wants toy sales.
Yeah.
No, Marvel. Make better movies.
Yeah.
Anthony, the new trailer for Moana was released this week.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It looks amazing. And then in the news today, there's apparently a Maui costume for sale.
Cool.
Like a Halloween costume. And it's literally a bodysuit with tattoos.
Interesting. Seems a little insensitive.
Yeah, it's completely insensitive. But then people are like, well, isn't this just wearing another culture's skin? And then people on the other side go, no, it's just a character from a movie.
I mean,
but
movies have
straight up.
Movies have way more power than people give credit for.
Yeah. Have you listened to any of the music from the movie?
I have avoided Moana. I like going into movies fresh.
Well, I know that. I just didn't know if you've seen any of like the teaser trailers or anything.
I have not.
The music is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I heard that.
And it's amazing.
Nice.
So, Anthony, our next piece of news is that a Harley Quinn spin-off movie has been announced.
Yeah. Yes, they has.
And apparently Batgirl and the Birds of Prey are in the mix as part of the film.
Casual shrug.
Because apparently that's something that's gonna go on.
Okay.
But that's our last piece of news, and since we've been going for an hour, we're just going to end it there.
All right.
It's been a long time. Plus, the Eagles game is about to come.
Well, have fun with that.
I will.
Alrighty. See ya, man. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Yep.
All right.